Hello, Sonee. How you
Hello,
going?
Karen. Good morning.
Good morning. Absolutely. And here we are today for Karen and Sonee's book club. And it isn't an author interview as you're looking above. We should change the slide. Today we are doing the book review of Personal Development by Greg Reid. And didn't we
Yeah,
have the best interview with him, didn't we? Oh,
we
perfect.
did.
Thank you. You.
We did. It was so good because he gave us such a wealth of information, which reflects a lot of what is in the book. But it's really nice when you see that the person actually delivers in the same way that he writes. It's such a unique quality. So it was really good.
Yeah. He is that. Every time I have met or interacted or been on a call with Greg, he just gives so much. He doesn't hold back. And honestly, it was Greg that led me to Think and Grow Rich.
Was it?
And I know he touches about that in his personal development book. I love the Think and Grow Rich chapter, and I'll talk about that a bit more in a moment. But he's just such an amazing giver. He shows up and he serves so well. He's always
Mm,
asked, "What can I do to help?" So it's just one of those really good guys. So his work, his books, he's written with Sharon Lecter with the Napoleon
mm,
Hill Foundation. He wrote 3 Feet from Gold, and Personal Development is his final standalone book. I don't know how I can say that. It's like, no, but it is everything. It's all of the gold he has accumulated over many years of being in the self-development world, and he's delivering it to all of us. And what did you think, Sonee? What did you think about it?
I absolutely loved the book. And it's just incredible that like what you said, that this is his last book because there's such a wealth of information. It is so all encompassing, meaning, I mean, he covers so much, yet it
Mhm.
is a short read. I mean, relatively, you'd think that this
Yeah,
book should be 500 pages, and it's not, because
yeah,
he has like it's almost like he pinpointed or selected, hand selected is what I was trying to say, just nuggets of wisdom to share. And I think he
yeah,
did an excellent job in the book. I really, really
yeah.
enjoyed it.
And I think in this instant, like Greg openly talk about he has dyslexia, and I think it's a superpower whenever it comes to regurgitating information and delivering it. Just bringing it, reading something, bringing it in on board, and then just delivering it to the world in as concisely as possible, to the point, so that we can get the golden nugget straight away and take the actual wealth of information. That's every page of this is just Greg talking to us, sharing everything he has learned along the way. And it's a book for the shelf. It's a book definitely on my shelf. And I love that it's in color in print. The ebook is in black and white, but the book is in actual color, which is beautiful because it just creates the experience of reading it so much more. And there's lots of quotes
Yeah.
throughout.
So, yep, that's one of the ones I wanted to sell. So I've got the ebook, obviously, so it's in black and white. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're
And I've got the
they
print
still
book,
come
but
across.
it's over there. so but one of the chapters I want to talk about is the Think and Grow Rich chapter. And it's because, Napoleon Hill obviously had a big influence on Greg Reid and his successes. Like Greg lives in an amazing house in California, close to the beach and all of the things. And he shows people every day, mentors, coaches. He has a star on the walk of fame, that Broadway. Oh yes, that's it. That's the chapter.
Yeah.
And the chapter starts with this amazing quote that when you actually harness it, it changes your life. And it is, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that's from
Mm,
Napoleon Hill. And it's all about belief. So whatever we choose to believe, that's going to be our reality. So if you
mhm.
can shift your perspectives, or if something's not working out for you and it's not a positive in your life, you can change it into a positive by changing your belief system or your perspective. And I think that books like Personal Development introduces us to a huge world. It's a bridge to the awakening of a huge world of possibilities. And that's why I'm falling in love with this book so much every time I read it. Over the past few weeks, it's just been amazing.
And I think that the important thing about it is that you can pick it up at any stage, like you can just be starting on your journey. You can be somewhere along the way. You can have, sort of reached your pinnacle, and you still get something out of the book, because he just provides so much that not only, would you have a different perspective reading it now versus later on, but also there are so many different takeaways that, there are many times that I was reading this thinking, wow, I've never thought about it that way. That it sort of shifted my thought. And one of the example that comes to mind is that, it's very real. It's not just like, let's be positive and do good things. Like he actually talks about his own struggles, people's struggles, and he talks about how, a lot of what you learn is how you overcome your challenges, how you overcome your obstacles. And he gave the story about mountain climbers, that they kind of go through their approach preparing to fall. It's like they know it's going to happen. So when it happens, it's just about, okay, well, now I've fallen. How do I continue getting myself back up? Which I think was just such an interesting perspective that I think is unique just in how Greg's presenting the information.
Yeah, and absolutely, and that's a life skill for us all. If you're going to fall, that's okay. It's about preparing yourself and being okay with that, and having faith that that's not going to stop you from reaching the summit, isn't it? It's just that. There's two other things, because you know me, Sonee, and things just go out of my head. So I have to say them when they come to me. But there was another thing in this chapter that I just wanted to highlight, because I think that our watchers will benefit, is if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. And I love that quote, because sometimes the great things, like becoming the president or doing really huge things like becoming an Oprah or whatever it is you choose to do, may just be too big, or people just may not aspire to that. But if whatever you're doing, you can do it in a great way, and it will still have impact. It will still have a ripple effect in the world. And one of the other things is they illuminate. Whenever we were talking to him and he was talking about illuminating, especially in the way the world is today, a lot of people are out there to bring people down and all of that. I've experienced it myself quite recently. Whenever you're rising, people come, and it's like, okay, and illuminate it. Don't hide away from it. Don't fear it. Illuminate it. Own it. Say, how can I do better? I thought that was for me, and that's because that's where I'm at, and it helped me move forward with where I'm at. But I think a lot of people can learn that as well.
Absolutely. And that's what I think I enjoyed about how just his conversation and his book is that he gives very real, very practical advice. That it's just tools for your everyday, because we all have moments where we're struggling or having challenges, or, something bad happens. Like he talked about the book review, and he just embraced it. He was like, okay, well, somebody thought it was not a good book, and I'm going to talk about it and set it right front and center that this is what people are saying. And it helps you actually overcome it. It helps you get through it. It helps you work through it. It helps you normalize that not everything is perfect and ideal and, pink flowers and white roses. Like there is ups and downs in life. And that's what I think that, and for instance, he says, embrace the fact that you have strengths and weaknesses. And didn't he say, work your strengths and hire your weaknesses?
Hire your weaknesses. He says that all the time. Yes. Life advice, guys. And all of that is the essence and the tone throughout the book. Is this book was delivered to help people move on in life and just get on in life, and to understand that life happens, but it will be okay. Just shift your perspective, learn through it, grow through it, reach the next step, but never stop moving forward. Always personal development is about that. it's a personal to you. It's whatever you take from it. Like you will read this book and you will get things that take from it where you're at in your life and what resonates with you, and you'll be able to apply it. But 5 years later, next year, whatever, you're going to take different things from it. So am I. It doesn't matter what level you're at, you're still going to get something that resonates with you right now that will help it help advance you in your own personal development journey, because we are all a work in progress, no matter how high we get we are or how low we fall.
Mhm.
We are always a work in progress. There's always something in the next step, isn't it, Sonee?
Absolutely. And I think also what's important is that even though we're all on our own journey, we're not in it alone. We have a community, we have resources, we have family, friends, supports. And that's one of the things that Greg also talks about, and the importance of reaching out to people and knowing when to ask for help, and things, similar to hire your weaknesses, because you do get better when you allow yourself to ask for help, to receive. And he himself
Delegate.
in the book, delegate. And he himself quotes all sorts of people. It's not just his information that he's sharing. He shares the information of others and how he has how he has learned from others. And I think that that's so valuable, because yes, even though we're on our own journey and we're at different stages, as you said, we're all working on something, and it's easier and better when you are working on something with other people, and that you reach out whenever you need the support.
Yeah, I'm drowning here. Save me, somebody. I'm only joking. But that is it, and not to fear it, and then together, and it is, and we all have mentees, people we learn from, people we look up to, people who will help us along the step, and they may not even know they're helping us along, but they are there at that time, you know what I mean? And they may not know how big of an impact they're having, but it's all about knowing who you gravitate to, why, and learning from that,
Mm-hmm.
is and owning it for yourself and making it individual for you, because it's just, isn't it, it's just like fingerprints. There's no two personal development journeys that are the same. They can't be.
Yeah,
They can't be.
they can't.
They
Yeah,
just
it's
can't.
amazing that two people can experience the exact same thing and have completely different reactions to it, and that's just who
Yeah,
we are as people.
absolutely. And I think that both of us, though, are having the same reaction to this book, is that we love it. We're glad we found it found us, and that we have got the opportunity to share it with our book club, because this is a book we highly recommend. So go and grab your copy on Amazon and leave a review, guys. If you're going to do anything for any author that we review or any book that we recommend, we are asking you to please leave a review, okay, on Amazon or
Yeah, it can
Goodreads,
have such
either
a
or.
big impact. I mean, and people think that it's just like, oh, it doesn't matter, but it actually has quite a lot of impact, because it helps the book become more visible, and that's what helps the author in the end, is to sell and
Absolutely.
get their books out there.
Absolutely. And that is it. It is absolutely that the algorithms work that way. If you're getting some love online, it's going to be shared far and wide. So that's the thing. So, all right, guys, I think another amazing book. Next,
Yes.
I'm looking forward to here beside me.
Well, no, that's what I was doing while you were talking. I'm like, wait. Oh, there
Now
you
we're
have
going to
it.
get reading. Hear Us Roar. Sonie's in this. I'm in this. We both got stories
Yes.
in Hear Us
There we
Roar.
go. Yay.
This is book one in Powerful Stories of Courage and Perseverance. There's 34 stories in here, guys. Look at that powerful cover. That cover itself is a story that I will share in our next
Can't wait to
interview.
hear about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, this book I love so much. So go and grab your copy and come read with us. And I cannot believe how amazing this book came together all on its own. The people were called in, and it's a powerful book.
Yeah.
So we look forward
Powerful with
to.
amazing stories. So great read.
And we're in the process of Lioness as well now, so it'll come through as well. But it's a series of books of amazing, powerful stories. All right. Grab your copy. Thank you so much to Greg Reid for sharing personal development with us and writing personal development. We know this book's going to do good things in the world. And thank you, Sonee. It's always fun.
Well, thank you, Karen. Yes.
And thank you to you, our readers and our viewers, and people who are joining us in this book club. We look forward to sharing more amazing books with you. And remember, it's every 2 weeks. So we do a book every 2 weeks. And then we have an author interview, and then we do our full review. So please share if you've been joining us, share your views in the comments as well, so that other people
We'd love
can
to hear from
benefit.
you.
Absolutely. And if you have book recommendations, send them our way.
Yes, definitely.
Bye, guys.
Bye.